some whiskey fungus, which is a fungus that grows around maturation facilities of alcohol as due to the presence of ethanol, and that is what helps them thrive.
This small Tennessee town, a layer of thick, black residue is covering up street signs, clinging onto roofs and trees.
Look, that is fungus that is growing on the side of this branch. See?
It's called whiskey fungus.
Gross. He does shit. That's pretty gross. But imagine, inhaling this kind of fungus. I mean, if it's growing all around the town, then it's probably getting into people's lungs and stuff. Most people will probably be able to deal with it quite fine, since a lot of people are already inhaling funguses. But immunocompromised people probably won't have a good time.
Like on these branches, you see for sure that's definitely whiskey fungus.
And it's being fueled by one of the most popular whiskey brands in the world, Jack Daniel's, which operates 6 barrel houses here in Lincoln County. Those alcohol vapors released during the aging process of whiskey can travel hundreds of yards, fueling fungal growth, spreading on many surfaces.
And so this is harder on the metal. But look.
Tracy and Warren Ferry purchased their house right before these facilities went up, next door to their property.
I saw a little slice of heaven.
3 years later, do you feel the same way?
No.
Why?
Because I have a huge monster in my backyard.
Yeah, can you imagine going into your backyard and seeing like a layer of black fungus all over everything? I mean, you wouldn't be able to garden. I mean, eventually her patio is probably going to get covered with fungus and stuff. It's like having to put in all that extra upkeep to keep your yard looking like fungus free. It would be insane. Yeah, I would probably want to move out of that area as soon as I could.
That's gonna hold. It's gonna ruin everything.
Jack Daniels says that this type of microflora is not uncommon around distilleries and that they appreciate that some may not like how it looks and the inconvenience it may present. Based on the information available, we believe it is not harmful to individuals or their property. Vanderbilt University professor Antonis Rakas is an expert on fungi.
So we don't know of any patients that have ever acquired an infection with the whiskey fungus. I would add to that no clinical studies have been done.
And some now are suing. Patrick and Christy Long are arguing Jack Daniel's didn't have the required permits for its expansion. Currently, there are 6 operational barrel houses, with 8 more in the works. But Jack Daniel's tells NBC News about plans to push ahead with their expansion, which they say will bring $1 million in annual tax revenue to the county.
We'll be looking at somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000 a year to clean the mess they're creating.
Well, then can't Jack Daniels fork over a little bit of coin in order to help the city take care of its fungus problem caused by Jack Daniels? If the added facilities will bring in more money. I mean, this company probably makes a lot of money, so they could easily fork over, $100,000 so that this city can deal with the fungus problem.
Problems pouring over from one of the state's most famous products. Kathy Park, NBC News.